Hey, also, I just wanted to talk very briefly about my experience seeing Lingua Ignota last month. This is currently January 16th when I'm filming this little video here, and I saw Lingua. When was it? It was back in December. I think it was December 18th or December 19th, if I am correct in my memory. She performed at SAT, which is it's an abbreviated name for a venue. I don't want to rattle it off right now because it's in French, and I'm afraid that my pronunciation of it is not going to be the best. But there was no opening act. I showed up at the venue and got there maybe like 10, 20 minutes before she started her set. Ran into some people who I knew from the local scene, some friends of mine, and yeah, she took the stage and pretty much just went right into it. Well, she didn't exactly take the stage. That's a little bit of a mischaracterization, I guess. What actually happened was we were all kind of just standing there. The lights dimmed out as they usually do when the artist is about to take the stage, and then I notice she just kind of pops up in the crowd, like out of nowhere. There she is, the one and only Kristen Hayter, literally so close to me that I could have like reached out and touched her. It was kind of fucking surreal. She basically stood up on this little tiny platform, so she was elevated just above the heads of the crowd, with this vertical light stick, holding on to that, and with a mic in the other hand, and she just kind of started singing. The first song she did, I forget which one it was now, but it was a cappella. There's no, or I guess a cappella is probably not the right term for that, but it's just vocals. Like there was no instrumental for that track, and it was very, very moving. And once she finished that song, she stepped down off the platform. The crowd kind of parted like the Red Sea as she walked back through the crowd and returned to the stage amid an enormous applause. And then she sat down at the piano. There was a grand piano on stage, and she performed the first half of her set. She played mostly songs from the first two records, I believe, during that set. And then she left the stage. Most of that was her sitting at the piano playing a bunch of those songs. And then she left. When she came back, she stood up on a platform that was on the stage itself, surrounded by these other lights. There was kind of a funny moment where, when she was trying to turn those lights on, one of them turned on into deep blue, whereas all the others were white. She just kind of looked at it and went like this. And the crowd kind of erupted in laughter, and that was pretty entertaining. There was another moment where she was standing on this platform and she was about to perform the song. She was kind of waiting for the instrumental to kick in before she started singing, and the light that was directly behind her just went boom, boom, like that. It was really funny. Unfortunate for her, I guess, but it was definitely a comedic moment that was perhaps a little bit of warranted levity, given the subject matter of Lingua Ignota's music. Um, Beyond that, she also uh, played a bunch of songs from Caligula, as well as her newest record, which I'm a shameful Lingua Ignota fan because I can't even remember the name of the new record, the last one that she dropped. I think it's All Bitches Die, Caligula, and then, oh my god, I really am blanking on this. I can't actually remember it. Anyway, it's a great album. You should definitely listen to it for sure. And yeah, it was a very emotive, uh, kind of low key performance. There was multiple points throughout where I got pretty emotional and just kind of lightly sobbed, I guess. Which, it takes a lot for a live performance to do that to me. I don't really cry with music very often. It's usually music that's accompanying something else, usually a visual, like in a movie or a TV show or something. When something sad happens, it's pretty easy for me to get tear jerked there. But to have it happen just through music or just through a live performance, that's a rare thing. And she managed to get that out of me multiple times throughout the course of this night, which was pretty impressive. Um, And then she left, and she came back on stage for one more song, which was her cover of Jolene, which the crowd, of course, adored. I was standing next to this one person who was just, like, at the end of every song was just screaming, like, louder than any fucking human being should be able to scream, and it was, like, right in my ear. So they were, like, just piercing my eardrums with this blood-curdling, high-pitched scream. But that was pretty much the only negative of the night. The entire performance was just fucking magical. It was definitely a great way to end the year. Probably one of the best shows I saw in all of 2022, which I know I've said that about a lot of shows that I went to last year on this channel. But, I mean, it's fucking true. You know, this was just an amazing performance. I feel really lucky, and I'm very grateful that I got to see this, considering that it is Lingua Ignota's last tour where she is performing the music from these records. I'm assuming that in the future she's probably going to start a new project, perhaps a new genre, or just perform under a different name with new music that isn't necessarily associated with the lyrical subject matter that is on the records that she has done up until this point, because, well, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, so that was my experience seeing Lingua Ignota back in December at SAT here in Montreal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.